about environmental awareness and environmental problems. When we say environment, it is the one that provides us with all our basic needs for living, such as clean water, fresh air, shelter, food, etc. Environmental awareness is the process of becoming aware of our natural environment and making choices that benefit the earth rather than harm it. Here are the five of the world's biggest environmental problems.
What is air pollution and climate change? Air pollution is contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. While climate change is a change in the pattern of weather and related changes in oceans, land surfaces, and ice sheets occurring over time scales of decades or longer.
Air pollution and climate change. Problem: overloading of the atmosphere and ocean waters with carbon. Atmospheric CO2 absorbs and re-emits infrared wavelength radiation, leading to warmer air, soil, and ocean surface waters, which is good. The planet would be frozen solid without this. Unfortunately, there is now too much carbon in the air. Burning of fossil fuels, deforestation for agriculture and industrial activities have pushed up atmospheric CO2 concentrations from 280 parts per million 200 years ago to about 400 parts per million today. The result: climate change. Overloading is only one form of air pollution caused by burning coal, oil, gas, and wood. The World Health Organization recently estimated that 1 in 9 deaths in 2012 were attributable to disease caused by carcinogens and other poisons in polluted air.
So here's the solution to air pollution and climate change that I've gathered from the module. Reduce emission from agriculture and change industrial processes. The good news is that clean energy is abundant. It just needs to be harvested. Many say a 100% renewable energy future is feasible with existing technology. The bad news is that even though renewable energy infrastructure like solar panels, wind turbines, energy storage, and distribution systems are already widespread and getting cheaper and more efficient all the time, experts say we're not applying them quickly enough to prevent catastrophic climate disruption. Barriers in policy and finance remain to be overcome. According to research, here are some solutions. Replace fossil fuel with renewable energy. Reforestation by planting trees. Walk or ride a bike when possible. Take public transportation. And don't burn your garbage. Also, ending our reliance on fossil fuel. Greater energy efficiency, renewable energy, and sustainable transportation.
What is deforestation? Deforestation, clear-cutting clearance, or clearing is the removal of the trees in a forest or stand of trees from a piece of land then converted to a non-forest use. Deforestation involves converting wooded land to farms, ranches, or urban areas. What is the problem of deforestation? The problem of deforestation is species-rich wild forests are being destroyed, especially in the tropics, often to make way for cattle ranching, soybean, or palm oil plantations, or other agricultural monocultures. What is the solution of deforestation? The solution of deforestation: conserve what's left of natural forest and restore degraded areas by replanting with native tree species. This requires strong governance, but many tropical countries are still developing with increasing populations. Uneven rule of law and widespread cronyism and bribery when it comes to allocating land use.
According to Wikipedia, extinction is the termination of a kind of organism or a group of kind, usually a species. It is generally considered to be the death of last individual of the species, although the capacity to breed and recover may have been lost before this point. The main problem of species extinction is a human activity. Human activities such as hunting for meat, ivory, or medicinal products. Illegal fishing that affect the population of living things in the sea. Loss and destruction of habitat that is also a major factor contributing to wave of extinction. and the reason is as human. Even though it is one of the biggest environmental problems in the world, there is a solution to prevent the loss of biodiversity. Protecting and restoring habitat. By protecting and restoring habitat, it may help to prevent their extinction. With the help of local, we may do this together to protect the wildlife species.
Soil degradation is a physical, chemical, biological decline in soil quality. It can have a wide range of negative effects, including the loss of organic matters, decline in soil fertility, etc. The main problem of soil degradation are overgrazing, monoculture planting, erosion, soil compaction, overexposure to pollutant, and land use conversion. Soil degradation can have disastrous effects around the world. One of the biggest threats to our future food security is soil or land degradation and associated loss in soil productivity. The solution in soil degradation is a wide range of soil conservation and restoration techniques exist, from no-till agriculture to crop rotation to water retention through terrace building.
Overpopulation. Overpopulation is the state whereby the human population rises to an instinct exceeding the carrying capacity of the ecological setting. In an overpopulated environment, the numbers of people might be more than the available essential materials for survival, such as transport, water, shelter, food, or social amenities. Here are the problems of overpopulation. First is human population continues to grow rapidly worldwide. Humanity entered the 20th century with 1.6 billion people. Growing population and affluence putting pressure on water resources. Most of the growth is happening on the African continent and in southern and eastern Asia. The more people means an increased demand for food, water, housing, energy, healthcare, transportation, and more. Here are the effects of overpopulation. First is depletion of natural resources, degradation of environment, conflicts and wars, rise in unemployment, high cost of living, pandemics and epidemics, malnutrition, starvation and famine, water shortage, lower life expectancy, extinction, increased extensive farming, faster climate change.
The following are the solutions of overpopulation. First is education. By educating people, we can help them understand the effects of overpopulation. We need to teach people about safe sex and family planning. And also, increasing women's access to education is the most effective way to lower birth rates. It improves children's health and leads to better family planning. Women's empowerment results in slower population growth. Another solution is limiting the number of children. To stabilize our population, we can limit the number of children. And an example of this is the one-child policy of China, which means each couple can only have one child.
There are many environmental problems that our world is facing now, and we only mentioned 5 of them. We all know that our world is dying because of humans, but we can still save and prepare for the next generation by taking a simple step, because if we do not address these problems, our lives and future will be endangered.